Welcome back to Chaos Corner. We continue with the Green Room Tournament as the coverage rolls on with Night 12 Round 1. We're here at the beginning of Night 12 from this past Saturday night. You're not going to want to miss the coverage. Let me move on to the task at hand to get the information out to you, the fans. Comment, like, share, put it out there. Tell your friends. You know what happens if you send this to your friends and then you have them watch the shows and you have them watch the Green Room every Saturday night live? 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you're going to get friends. People are going to be knocking on your doors. They're going to want to give you gifts. They're going to want to give you presents. They're going to want to invite you to parties because you're going to be a part of the fastest, hottest, rising, growing movement in the entertainment industry. And that's Avi Klein's The Green Room Tournament. As we roll on here with the coverage, let's get on and continue to move on, fans. We start with the first segment of the winner's circle, and that's the one and only Avi's odds-on favorite, even out at the Bellagio or at the sports book in Vegas. I still believe Holiday might be in the final four odds because the Green Room has turned and churned and is now the Dark Castle. A lot of people are gone and a lot of people are coming in. Stay tuned for the mystery announcements. Stay tuned for the big stars. Stay tuned for the regular man. Stay tuned for you, the people, the fans. So we go on to the nice, beautiful, I talk about it all the time, they should be award-winning. They should be at every film festival from Cannes to the Indies and everything in between. And I'm just saying that. I believe it. From Hollywood to New York and everything in between, all the way down to Austin. I believe that these films are award-worthy. That's just my opinion as someone that's a fan. Because I'm a fan first, and then I'm a competitor. So Avi says that David is actually faster than a cheetah. Well, not a pregnant cheetah, but faster than a cheetah. And then, of course, he goes on to bash the other hosts and one Rich Masadi and Davis Jubilee. Look, I'm so cool in this outfit that the chains. We'll put this one to the side because we'll always represent. That's what you do. You adjust, you overcome, you adapt to live props. No editing, one-man show. This is Chaos Corner. This is what you would get. The preview and the review. I want this to be my show. Chaos Corner. So David, of course, is going to stroke Avi. Listen, how many years do they go back? How far do you think they go back? They go back like 8 tracks. They go back like a recliner. You're well aware of that. David strokes Avi. He says he doesn't need a lifeline. He doesn't need to worry about people voting. Remember, David always says it's his dominance that controls the Green Room. David says he's never needed anyone and he will never need anyone. Now, Rich Masadi might have something to say about that, but I don't want to keep intertwining the two, although there's something going on there. David says to Avi he only wants to interview winners. That's all he does is interview winners. He's the best interviewer on the whole roster. That's what Holiday claims. And you know what? He even mentions Rich Masadi, his new enemy. He mentions Mindy, calls Mindy a loser, calls Rich Masadi a loser, and then he talks about the Guardian of Chaos and what I've known about the Green Room and the trials and from the day I stepped onto the screen. Whether I'm on or not, whether it's Avi Klein, David Holiday, other competitors, fans, viewers, you the people, contestants, competitors, big time, no time, little time, the Guardian of Chaos seems to be mentioned. I don't know what that means. I'm just pointing it out as a fact. So we're all mentioned as a bunch of losers from David Holiday. So castmates, team, Dark Castle, remember what David Holiday said about all of us. Remember that. He talks about Martin Kove. He talks about Michael Winslow. He talks about Sally Kirkland, Stephen Tobolowsky, Todd Bridges. He goes on and on and on about talking about all the people from Mark Henry to Kent Patera, everyone that he could think of, the people coming up like John Goodman, George Wendt, Antonio Banderas, Will Dafoe. It's a who's who that he continues to name drop, and I think David Holiday, he talks about Mark Zickery. He talks about Robert Picardo. He goes down and I think he mentioned Sally Kirkland because she's won so many awards. He mentioned her twice. Scott William Winters, he talked about like they were best friends. He actually acted like he sat down and had lunch or dinner and was raised by John Amos. Where do you get off, David Holliday? You think you belong in that caliber? Mentioning those names? Is that where you're headed? Wow. He was full of energy. It feels good to be a winner. Squashing his opponents. These are quotes. He's sharp. He's tough. He can't bring his feelings into it. How bad do you want it? Who's going to be in this segment? I got to say, I've seen an invigorated David Holliday. Maybe Rich Masadi brought that out of him. Stay tuned, fans. The tournament rolls on. The coverage rolls on. From Chaos Corner, the Green Room, the Dark Castle.